What is up, guys? Now, I'm NarendraTheComic, and right now we're gonna be doing something different, really chucking the boat out there. We're gonna be doing a video about which Disney princess each member of Twice is. Now, Twice is basically the girl band of Korea right now, okay? They're killing the game. I love them. They have some hate. Screw the haters. They're called Thrice. Screw the Thrice. Be a once. Be a once and be happy. Once upon a time. It literally fits so perfectly into this theme. Fairy tales. So we'll start with the youngest and then ad-lib it from there, I guess. Don't know which order I'm gonna go in, but we'll see what happens. Now, for me, Suyu is most like Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. Now, the reason for that primarily is because Suyu actually goes out and listens to her unis. She goes out and listens to her elders, and I feel that Aurora does that in general with her fairy godmothers, up till the point where she decides to disobey their wishes and go back to the castle. So maybe there's gonna come a day where Suyu will just be like, nah, I'm old enough now, guys. I can make my own life decisions. But she's very much like Aurora for me like that. And of course, she's flawless. I remember this one time, there was one video of her crying about missing her family. And watching that, I just died. I just melted. Like, I was like, shit, what should I felt like I should help her in some way in that situation. Like, I felt like I wanted to help this person, just as a human being. And I was like, shit. My sister as well, she was bubbling at the video watching her, and I was like, wow. Well, she was bubbling because she was like, Suyu cries so beautifully. And I was just like, well, I mean, yeah, that's true, but I mean, you know, there's a serious situation here as well. And next off is Nayeon. Now, Nayeon for me is a lot like a ginger fireball of a Disney princess called Merida. Now, for me, she just has a lot of fire and fight in her. And I think one of the main things is, just like the character, she always wants to be heard. Like, she wants her voice to be heard by everybody. That's not a bad thing, it just means you're forceful. I like that. I like that.
I like that. I like that.
We'll go with Chaeyoung next, and well, one thing really stuck in my head about this choice, this casting choice, it was really a music video. TT. It really put me on the path for it, and it was like, it's literally there on a platter. In TT, Chaeyoung is a mermaid. So I was like, well, then she has to be the bloody little mermaid, doesn't she? It just makes sense. It's like right there in front of you. Why wouldn't you go with the design drawing right there? Now, also, you know, she's not the youngest of the group. She's the second youngest, but she does act like the maknae. You know, she acts like a child. Nothing wrong with that. I act like a child. I'm a 22. I'm 22. But I act like a 12-year-old. I need to grow up about a decade in years. Nothing wrong with that. Stay youthful. Stay young. Act like a child. It doesn't matter in the end. This next one is one of the clearest ones for me. I thought of the name of the Twice member, and then I just instantly thought of this. I was like, Dahyun is Rapunzel. Now, it just fit for me so well. I was like, Rapunzel is super sassy. She's eccentric. She's fun. She's funny. You know, she's just an all-around joke. She's like a super bubbly person, and I feel that with Dahyun. She just doesn't give a shit. At the same time, like, she's the funny one of the group. I mean, you can't do something like the Eagle Dance and not be the funny one of the group.
Show me your pussy!
The truth is, I have a ton of biases in this group. It's hard to pick one. It really is, because they're all pretty damn amazing. I remember at the beginning, I was like, half a dozen of them just like flung off the screen for me. Now all of them are just freaking amazing. But, you know, I think my first bias was probably Sana. Sana just like gripped me for something. It might be Momo, but I think Sana was the one, you know. So we're gonna go with Sana. Her character starts with the same name as her first letter, so it's Snow White. Now, I don't know why, but when I think of Sana, I think of Snow White. And my sister talked about this with me as well, and I was like, you know what, you're right. She said that you just see Sana walking through a forest, and all the animals like coming to sing with her. And I was like, actually, you know what? I see that. I see that being a real thing. So like, if the Korean Hollywood, don't know, Hollywood, I don't know, maybe, is gonna do a film about Snow White, just cast Sana, okay? She'll do the damn job, and I think it'll be pretty damn legit and realistic, actually. The truth is, whenever I see a clip of Sana, it just makes me smile and laugh. If you can watch this next clip here.
귀엽다. 한 대 한 대씩 힘 잘 잡고 오른손으로 한 대. 도와달라고 살려달라고 하는데. 근데 머리에 막 피가 이렇게 올라오는 게 느껴지는 거예요. 파이팅!
Without laughing, I think there's something wrong with you, because it's just like such high levels of cute. Like, this is like average cute. And they just go bam, 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 and there's just like giant levels of cute just out of nowhere. This next one was a pretty tough one to place. Now, Jonghyun, for me, has been climbing up the bias ladder for me. She's been wrecking people down, pulling them down, and from Signal, I was like, nah, you sort of grabbed my heartstrings, you know, genuinely, you sort of like did something, you put your spell on me. Like a Disney film. I was like, you know what? I like you. You're a boss. You just don't care. And that is why I think I ended up going with Pocahontas as her Disney princess. Now, why, you may ask? I mean, of course you're gonna ask, because you're asking with a reason as well. Now, I think it's because she just doesn't give a shit. She couldn't care less what other people think. She's just like, oh, no? Oh, wait, you think that's a good idea? No, that's an awful idea. I just feel her personality comes through a lot in the MVs as well. Just as a separate note, I think that a lot of the other members, it doesn't really pass through with them, and you get a lot of them through the V Lives and all the other additional stuff, but especially her, I feel you get her personality in the MVs, and you can like take that away, and it's like very honest. Just like in the TT and Knock Knock, it was just like, it was like incredible. It was, she's got like a very good aura around her. She's got like, the camera drags her, like is drawn to her. I think she's very cinematic. I think she could be very good, you know, as an actress. I think she has a lot of pull to her. So hey, maybe you'll see her on a big screen near you one day. I don't know. One of the bias wreckers is next, and that's Momo. Momo destroyed me, especially with Cheer Up. I mean, not just in Cheer Up, I suppose in Like You Are, I was just dead. I was done, I'd been shot. And then I'd been shot again in Cheer Up. Like, she was literally Lara Croft. And I was like, wow. Wow. I think the princess she's most like is Jasmine, because she has a lot of spunk. She seems like a lover and a fighter. And to be honest, she's just hilarious. I just think a lot of them just have just a funniness about them, which is really, really needed, especially in the industry they're in. If you can laugh, and you can laugh at yourself, you're gonna do something positive. Because if you can't laugh at yourself in a vanity industry like, you know, the entertainment industry is, you know, you're gonna get suckered out. So I'm glad they just have a laugh all the time. Mina was a pretty easy one to fit in, and that was definitely Belle. She seems like, you know, she's an intellectual, but at the same time she seems savage and beautiful. And I think she's the one in the group who actually thinks things out the most before she does it. I think a lot of them are just go with the flow, and that's cool. I'm pretty go with the flow. But I think she actually thinks shit out, and that's why I guess she's the intelligent one. I might be completely wrong here. We don't know them. And that leaves Leader Nim Jiho as the last one. Now, Jiho is actually my bias right now. Like, right now, she is my bias. She just clawed up. She was nowhere near. And somehow, she just, like, rammed her way all the way to the top. She's probably actually my bias. I mean, apart from Jin, she's probably my bias overall in K-pop. She just seems super funny. I don't know what it is about her, but she has a great aura. She cares a lot about people around her. But the princess that she's most like for me is Mulan, because she's fearless. She seems fearless. She's super sassy. You know what? She's fierce as hell. She's so fierce, and she takes charge when she needs to. And in a leader, well, that's basically a pretty important quality. So I was like, you know what? She is indeed Far Mulan for me. So those are my opinions on which Disney princess each member of TWICE is. Now, you guys can have different opinions. Let me know your lists in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then once I'm gonna come after you. They are pretty savage. They're high level savage, and you don't want that, so just subscribe anyway. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You have been great, and I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.